Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyersguy, and I just want to wish you a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyersguy, and it's officially Christmas Eve, it's Christmas Eve, Sunday, December 24th, 2023, and welcome to this edition of the Flyersguys Top 10. I'm your host, Timmy Flyersguy. In our last episode, we continued our Christmas series, and I discussed my favorite Christmas specials. In this video, I'm going to be discussing my top 10 favorite Christmas movies. So get ready, folks, because I have some good ones to talk about in this countdown. First up, at number 10. The movie Elf. Elf is the story of an elf named Buddy who was born a human but raised by elves. He sets off on a journey to find his biological father. He leaves the North Pole and heads to New York to find his father. While that's going on, some hijinks and crazy stuff goes on in this movie. I really enjoyed this movie, Elf, because it's funny, it's entertaining, and it's heartwarming. I watch Elf because there's some funny parts in that movie, like the part where he walks into the coffee shop and says, "Congratulations, best coffee ever." Also, the part where he gets followed by a raccoon, and also the part where he gets into a fight with a little person, played by Peter Dinklage, and hilarity ensues. This is a great movie, and it really shows off the magic and wonder of the holidays. So that is why Elf is my number 10 pick on this countdown. Now we get into number 9, to a movie I just saw 3 weeks ago. And that movie is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever. Yes, the animation is a little weird and a little strange, but it kind of reminds me of those old comic books, like Dennis the Menace and all those other great comic strips. I really enjoyed this movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It became an instant favorite of mine. The whole story about Diary of a Wimpy Kid is about Greg Heffley, the Wimpy Kid himself, Greg Heffley, and his family getting ready for Christmas. At first, Greg is very concerned about getting a new video game system for Christmas. In this movie, his family ends up getting snowed in. I'm not going to tell you about this movie, but I suggest you go to Disney Plus and watch Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever. It's a great movie. It's a fun movie. I just love it. Now we get into my number 8 pick on this countdown. And the number 8 pick is the movie Four Christmases, starring Vince Vaughn. Hold on a second. I forget who's in that movie. Alexa, who was in the movie Four Christmases?
Here are a few movies playing near Philadelphia today. Migration,
Alexa,
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom,
Alexa,
Anyone But You,
shut up!
and The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Sorry.
If you'd like to hear more, ask me to tell you more.
Alexa, who was in the movie Four Christmases?
Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon,
Okay.
Robert Duvall,
Alexa.
Sissy Spacek.
Stop. My number 8 pick, Four Christmases, starring Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. The whole story of this is they have 4 Christmases. So both families are divorced. Vince Vaughn's family and Reese Witherspoon's family in this movie are divorced. So they set off to have 4 separate Christmases in each of the houses. Hilarity ensues. Slapstick comedy ensues. And it's a really funny movie with some very funny parts in it. You should check it out. Great movie. Vince Vaughn is great in this movie. Reese Witherspoon is great in this movie. You should check it out. Now we get into our number 7 pick here on this countdown. And that pick for number 7. Our number 7 pick on this countdown. A Christmas Carol. Yes, I'm putting one of the classics here on this countdown. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure many of you already know that A Christmas Carol is the Charles Dickens classic starring Alistair Sims as Ebenezer Scrooge. The story is that Ebenezer Scrooge is an old miser who doesn't like Christmas or cares about it. All he cares about is money. Money and material things. This movie taught me what the true meaning of Christmas is about. It's about family. And even though some families may not have much on the holidays, they try their best to make the best of Christmas. It also shows that even the most meanest people in the world can change for the better. I really like this movie, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's a classic, so I suggest you check it out. It's a really good movie. Hey everybody, are you looking for a show that'll take you back to nostalgic times? A show that'll take you back to your childhood? A show where you can relive moments from the 90s and the 80s? Well, I got a show for you. Only on the Timmy Flyersguys YouTube channel. It's where you can find your trip to nostalgia. That's right, everybody. There's a show on YouTube, and that show is called Back in the Day. Back in the Day is only on the Timmy Flyersguys YouTube channel. And back in the day, we revisit old nostalgic commercials, nostalgic TV shows, nostalgic video game consoles, and lots of other stuff on Back in the Day. So if I were you, I would check out back in the day. A really retro show on my YouTube channel. A lot of people say that I'm all about sports, but that's not entirely true. I'm all about nostalgia as well. So check out Back in the Day, only on the Timmy Flyersguys YouTube channel. Let's get retro, folks. And we're back. Sorry, I had to take a break there, commercial break there. But so far, on this countdown, we've seen the movie Elf. We've seen the movie Elf on this countdown. We've also seen Diary of a Wimpy Kid and many other great movies in this countdown. But now it's time to get to our number 6 pick on this countdown. Let's get into it. Our number 6 pick on this countdown. Our number 6 pick on this countdown. Our number 6 pick on this countdown. Try to think here. Alright. Okay, so I did all. Oh yeah! The number 6 pick, Home Alone, the first Home Alone. Home Alone is a movie starring Macaulay Culkin, Daniel Stern, Joe Pesci, Catherine O'Hara, and I forget who plays the dad, so I'm sorry about that. Home Alone is a really good movie, and it teaches us, be careful what you wish for, you may get it. Home Alone is the story of a young kid, Kevin McAllister, who comes from a big family. During Christmas time, Kevin wishes that his family wasn't around anymore. He wished to be alone. In a way, this is a good movie to teach us about life and how to be grateful for what we have and the people in our lives, even if they drive us nuts. So it starts out, they leave Kevin home alone by accident. Kevin is left in the house, all alone, fending for himself and trying to protect himself from the burglars, played by Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci. I really like this movie, Home Alone. For some reason, I can't watch the movie because every time that scene with the old man comes on, it makes me tear up. And every time that music comes on, you know that music, I tear up. Home Alone is a great movie. It's classic, and it teaches us, like I said, to be grateful for the people in our lives, because we never know when we might not see them again. Always be grateful for the people in your lives, even if they drive you crazy. And now we get to number 5, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Home Alone 2 is the sequel to Home Alone 1, and in this movie it stars the same people as the first movie, minus maybe a couple people from the first one that are in this one. In Home Alone 2, Kevin and his family are taking a trip to Paris, France. On their way there, Kevin boards the wrong plane And that plane is heading to New York City. Once again, this time he's fending for himself. But this time, he's not inside of a house. He's fending for himself in a hotel room in Manhattan. Kevin learns a lot of valuable lessons about the holidays in this movie. And he meets a new friend as well. In this movie, Kevin realizes that he made another mistake, once again wishing that he was all by himself on the holidays. And like Home Alone, this movie teaches you a lot more about being grateful for the people in your lives, even if they drive you nuts. I really like this movie. And another movie that makes me tear up every time I watch it. Before we get to our final 4 picks, we're going to take a break, and we will be right back. Hey everybody, Timmy Flyersguys here, and I have a special announcement. Coming to the Timmy Flyersguys YouTube channel on New Year's Eve 2023, I'll be bringing in the new year with my 200th episode of Classic Flyers Theater with Timmy Flyersguys. That's right, folks. I'll be bringing in the new year with the Classic Flyers Theater 200th episode spectacular, only on the Timmy Flyersguys YouTube channel. So get ready. We're gonna ring in the new year on December 31st, 2023. And guess what time this video will be? At 11 p.m. on December 31st, the Timmy Flyersguys 200th episode spectacular will be making its premiere on New Year's Eve at 11 p.m. That's right, we're gonna ring in the new year with the 200th episode spectacular of Classic Flyers Theater. Stay tuned, folks, because it's coming to YouTube New Year's Eve. And I am back here on the Flyersguys Top 10 to discuss my final 4 picks on this countdown. Number 4. Christmas with the Cranks. Christmas with the Cranks stars Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. Christmas with the Cranks is a story about a family that doesn't want to have a traditional Christmas. For once, they want to be selfish and not care about other people. This movie teaches us that Christmas should be spent with the people you love, not away from the people you love. This movie has a great redeeming ending to it, and I really enjoyed it. I thought that Eric Sullivan was great in this movie as well as the neighbor kid. I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed this movie because it teaches us that sometimes traditions on Christmas are the best idea. A great idea. Now we get into our number 3 pick on this countdown. And our number 3 pick on this countdown, Deck the Halls. Deck the Halls is a movie starring Danny DeVito and the guy from Ferris Bueller. I forget his name. Alexa, 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 who is in Ferris Bueller?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Matthew Broderick.
Oh, starring Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito. Deck the Halls is a story about Danny DeVito and Matthew Craig. Danny DeVito, the guy who's crazy about Christmas. His house is decorated to the brim. And Matthew Broderick is just a normal, average guy. Very boring, very bland. And Danny DeVito is the complete opposite. In a way, this is like a Christmas odd couple type of movie. You have the character like Matthew Broderick, who is boring, bland, and stick in the mud. You have Danny DeVito, a very fun-loving character in this movie. But the thing is, he's not so fun-loving, as his family continues to struggle year after year. Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito get into a competition on who has the best house on Christmas. Hilarity ensued, and a lot of great lessons are learned in this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought Danny DeVito was great in this movie. I thought that Matthew Broderick was great in this movie, and I enjoyed this movie. Really did. And now we get into our number 2 pick, and that is A Christmas Story. For those of you who don't know, A Christmas Story is the story of Ralphie Parker and his family as they prepare for the holiday season. The plot of the story of A Christmas Story is that Ralphie wants a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. The running gag in this movie is that every time he tries to ask somebody about it, he tries to persuade somebody into telling his parents to get it for him, they all tell him one thing: you'll shoot your eye out. In this movie, it shows us how magical Christmas can be, but can also show how hectic the holidays can be. Some things in this movie happen that you'll never, ever expect. But for some reason, Ralphie and his family tried to make the best of the holidays. A Christmas Story is a classic movie. Yes, TBS tends to show the movie over and over again, all day, every day, until Christmas. But let's face facts here. A Christmas Story is a classic and one of my favorite movies that I've seen. The part where Flick gets his tongue stuck to a pole is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I have never laughed so hard in my life. And now we get into our number 1 pick, and that pick is the 1989 classic Christmas Vacation, starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and the guy from Big Bang Theory who played Leonard when he was real young. James Galecki, or whatever his name. Alexa, who played Leonard in the Big Bang Theory?
Fire TV is a digital media player and smart TV developed by Amazon.
Alexa!
Yuri Sardarov played the role of Fire TV in 2019.
Okay. Jamie Galecki, and also starring that girl from Roseanne, who was the friend of Roseanne, but I forget her name. Christmas Story is Christmas Vacation is my #1 Christmas movie. It's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Christmas Vacation is a story about Clark Griswold and his family trying to have the best Christmas ever. The best part of this movie was also the introduction of Cousin Eddie, a redneck cousin of the Griswolds, or let's just say a country cousin. Sorry I said that word. I apologize. I meant to say country cousin. So, Cousin Eddie is played by Randy Quaid, and he is one of the funniest damn characters in the whole movie. The part where he says the shaver's full, funny shit. Funniest thing I ever heard. I love this movie. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's one of those movies you can sit with your family and watch all night long because it's so funny. I remember watching this movie with my family when we used to have a TV in the living room. And I would play this video and we'd sit together and we'd watch it and we would laugh our asses off. My dad, I remember him taping Christmas Vacation off of Prism on TV once, and we were watching it together. Christmas Vacation is a classic, it's hilarious, and it's one of Chevy Chase's best movies. So just like that, with that being said, this is the end of the Flyersguys Top 10. There will not be an episode this Monday. The next episode will be the Monday after that, and that will be the first episode of the Flyersguys Top 10 of 2024. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you all have a great night. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and I hope you all have a Happy New Year as well. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in 2024.